Hello, everyone, and welcome to physics. This will be our first topic of the year, presenting and analyzing your scientific results. In physics, you're going to be expected to do labs and record data and write lab reports. And it's always good to know how you're supposed to present the information that you get from your labs. And we do this in a number of ways. So today, we're going to focus on the first method, which is using tables. And no, we're not using a table that you sit at to eat dinner. Tables are incredibly useful for a number of reasons. They organize data in a clear and structured way. They're really useful for organizing numerical data. Now, tables are organized into rows and columns. So remember, rows go across, columns go up and down. So here we have an example of a table. You're going to notice that there is a title. So the title in this case is right here. You'll notice that there is a label. You're going to have a number associated with the table, and then you have a description which tells the reader what information you're going to get from the table. Then you have your independent variable. Your independent variable is the thing that you are controlling in your experiment. And it's always written in the first column in this kind of table. So in a vertical table, your independent variable is always going to be in the first column. So this one right here. Whoops. Then you have your dependent variable. Your dependent variable is what you are actually measuring. In this case here, it's distance. So you are always going to have that in the second column here. Now, these are our titles in the different categories of the table. We have to make sure that we include the units of measurement in our titles. We don't tend to include the measurements in the actual boxes with the numbers. It's normally written in the titles here at the top because it simplifies things a little bit for us. So the value of the independent variable will be written as numbers underneath the title of the independent variable. And similarly, the value of the dependent variable, which is what you're measuring, will be written here. So what happens when we want to measure multiple dependent variables in one experiment? Well, you can actually use tables to represent these multiple different variables as well. Here's an example. So you can see here that we have a couple columns. We have one column where it's just a bunch of descriptions, and then we have two that have numerical values here. So in this case here, these are our dependent variables. These are the things that we are measuring, right? So we're measuring temperature in this case. Our independent variables are these two instances right here. In fact, these are descriptions, really. These are our independent variables, and you can tell they're independent because that's what we're controlling. We're controlling what surface we are measuring the temperature on. We're controlling the color of the surface, so white paper or black paper. So this is an example of how you would represent multiple dependent variables on the same table. Now, when it comes to creating your own tables, you need to make sure you title the table. Include the units in the parentheses as part of the variable title. Ensure that the independent variable is the first column. And that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll see you guys next time.